Welcome to Learn Short and Typing with Vikas sir. Punjab and Haryana High Court dictation. Exercise number 5. At the rate 90 words per minute, 420 words. Be ready? Start. The defendants argue in addition that the corollary for not challenging the conveyance or perpetual sub lease is that the relief for cancellation is also consequently time barred. It is submitted that section 27 of the Limitation Act therefore comes into play as the right to property put forth and the suit claim for it stands extinguished by operation of the Limitation Act. Reliance is placed upon the decision of the Supreme Court in Ramti Devi versus Union of India 1995 in bracket 1 SCC 198. The defendants also rely upon section 3 of the Transfer of Property Act and contend that registration of the perpetual sub lease produced as exercise D 3/6 is deemed to act as a constructive notice to the world at large, including the plaintiff and other supporting defendants. In response, the plaintiff contends that the suit for partition is maintainable because the aggrieved parties were kept in the about conveyance of title through the perpetual such lease. It is submitted that the document was procured by fraud played by the first defendant in his capacity as the husband of late Dhan Singh, daughter who had been nominated in respect of the suit property. The plaintiff relies upon the proposition that fraud unravels all transactions and submits that in any event the vesting of title cannot be pursued because the original owner name has not been recorded in the documents. It is also argued that the contesting defendants have nowhere proved payment of rupees 33,000 and on the other hand the materials on record disclose that rupees 28,134 was paid by the late S. Sri Dhan Singh. Learned senior counsel for the plaintiff argues that the evidence points to the first defendant and other supporting defendants in bracket claiming through him bracket close being construed trustees. Reliance is placed upon section 90 of the Indian Trusts Its Act. Full stop. Learned senior counsel submitted that exercise P20, a letter by late Sri Dhan Singh Bisat, and exercise P7 written by the society to Srimati Parvati Bist show that plot number 820 had been earmarked in favor of Sri Dhan Singh Bisht in the draw of lots in the presence of members of the society in 1962-63. Thus, Sri Dhan Singh Bisht had a contingent right or claim in respect of the suit property when he died. Such right was not only heritable but also partable to the extent of his title. It is submitted that Parvati Vasisht could claim the right to property only to the extent of her entitlement as a heir and no more. Full stop.